What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Today has been the day of otters. I have been forcing otters all day, kind of to not necessarily prove a point, but just try something fresh and hot. So yeah, we forced otters all day today on stream right before this recording, and we're going to continue to do it. Valley Floodcaller, a pretty good open if you want to force the otters, I would say. This card is just fantastic, and in any of the blue decks, of course. Birds, frogs, otters, and rats are going to benefit immensely from this. When I have this card, I like to draft at least one shore up and ideally two or more. Passing a Gev, that's whatever. Saver's great. There's that shore up that we're hoping to wheel. Pick one, pack one, Valley Floodcaller. Into a Harnesser of Storms. This is easily the best otter in this pack, of which there are actually 4 otters. Yeah, this one tends to overperform. Or rather, maybe it's still undervalued, I should say. You don't always want to use this ability, but oftentimes, and more frequent, or the majority of the time, you will. Wave Rider usually wheels, Angler usually wheels, Pathmaker usually wheels. That is a good start. One of the most important things I find for the Otter deck is just having the cheap interaction. A lot of the times your creatures are outclassed by other strategies. So making sure that you can interact in the early stages of the game so that you do not fall behind and you can really harness your value is important. So while I do think Blooming Blast is the second worst removal in red, right behind Playful Shove, it's still good enough as a 2-mana, 2-damage spell. I think the order of red removal is probably more akin to like take out the trash, agate response. In terms of commons, I mean, I think Wildfire Howl is maybe the best red card, but best red burn spell effect. I guess Season of the Bold also works. All right, another really good pack here. My concern is that if I pass a bunch of shore ups, I might not see any later on, but Pearl of Wisdom is another one of the very important cards for otters. Angler, Escort, Wave Rider, Shore Up. Yeah, another pack with 4 cards that we would really enjoy taking otherwise. But this is just too good. Okay, there's the Shore Up now, and I'm going to make sure I get it at this point. We've seen 3 now by pick 5. That's great. Passing a Pathmaker. I will play these eventually, but I don't take them early. I think generally with the Flood Caller, you want to wait to cast this until later in the game, to where you can either hold up a protection effect, or you can just immediately get any kind of other value with it. How many 2-mana otters are there besides the Mentor? Okay, we could just take Pawn Prophet as a 2-drop, though it's not particularly great in otters. Denial, Runaway, and Brew are all fine. I actually don't mind Runaway together when I already have a Valley Floodcaller as an extra way to protect it. But maybe the Denial is just better. All right, Floodmaw or some filler. Similarly, if you don't get a lot of cheap interaction, I do think just taking random 2-drops like the Crier is worth it. I would be much more inclined to play this if it was any creature and not just an opponent's creature, so I think we'll take the 2-drop here. There's a Light Shell Duo. This one is another pretty good otter, actually. 4 toughness is good, prowess is good, and then the Surveil 2 is good. This is all non-creature spells that have flash, right? Yeah. The Artifact Changeling is a 2-mana otter. Actually, yeah, how many 2-mana otters are there? Maybe there aren't that many after all. 3 instants, 1 sorcery. I don't mind taking 1 crab. Remember, there should be at least 1 more shore up potentially coming back around, so. Well, and like I said, as expected, all of these cards came back. Let's take the Wave Rider over to the Angler. I'm not super fond of the Angler, although I do run it in these decks. The Wave Rider is kind of like a torrential Gear Hulk of sorts. Yeah, let's take the Looter. Alright, there's the Angler and the other shore up. I guess I'm going to take the Angler now then, since the shore ups are just coming around anyways. Harnesser of Storms number 2. Wishing Well is another one that I've wanted to try out. So, you need instants and sorceries all along your curve. The issue is that it's a one-time use on any individual mana cost, right? You always have to put a coin counter on it, so that means you have to start off with a 1-mana spell, then you get a 2-mana spell, then a 3-mana spell, so realistically, it's not that good. Weak pack, we're probably just going to take the Spiral here. Captain's not going to make the deck. Duo is whatever. It's certainly not going to run the Squeak. In this deck, though, I'd much rather have Pearl of Wisdoms than Mind Spirals, so ideally I get to cut this at the end of the day and just pick up a few more of these. Helga, Helga, Helga. Let's take the Bell here. Bell's another card I do not mind running in Otters, as it does trigger all of your cards, right? The ones that care about non-creature spells. Whereas in like a red-white deck, you really wouldn't want that. Let's take the Agate Assault here over either of those. The Boar is good, but I need more removal. Fountain Port. I am not a huge fan of colorless lands in this format, but I guess if I was going to run 16 lands, instead I could run 17 Fountain Port. Lurker is fine, regardless of if you're in Otters or not. I do think it's generally better than Playful Shove. Let's take the Downdraft over the Runaway, I think. Not seeing the red burn spells we really would like to see, but still have another pack to go, so we don't have to be overly concerned quite yet. I think all of my creatures, save for the crab here, get triggered by the Flood Color, right? Yeah. Oh, there's a duo. That's good. This is super easy to do in the Otter deck, and actually in just any deck in this format. Glut on 3 drops. Alright, Angler Wield, take that over the Wishing Well. Yeah. It could be possible I end up cutting like the Long River Lurker, just because I'll have so many other 3-drops that have better synergy. I believe there's another shore up coming, or should come around, could come around. From one of the early picks of Pack 2. Yeah, with 2 Anglers and a Flood Caller, I might even run like 3 shore up in this deck. And then just play things a little bit off curve. I don't know if that was the shore up pack or not. Might have been. Okay, a little bit regretful that I haven't taken another shore up. Because I think we've seen so far a total of 4 of them. Transfer's really sick. Not going to splash, though. Some more good choices. I think this is going to be another Agate Assault. Harnesser, Duo, Path. More Otters. No worries on healing them or not. A little bit unfortunate here. Castrol. I mean, I could splash it. I have the Bell. But this is just an individually good card in our deck. It's not going to have any synergy, whereas I could just take another Blooming Blast and be happy. That would also make our Fountain Port a lot worse. I know this makes treasures, but it's really expensive to do so. Yep, I'm going to take the Blast. This is great. Would love to take Haven, but especially since I didn't take the Castrol. Just go with the Lurk or the Lasher here. Here's another really, really nice one. That's the Wildfire Howl I was talking about. This card is fantastic. Does blow up some of our own creatures, though. So, still missing Pearl of Wisdoms. I've only seen 1, maybe 2. You're not always going to see the blue-red Otter, because that's an uncommon. Haven't actually seen any take out the trash, have we? Okay, there's another Pearl and another Shore Up. What is more important here? I think it's going to be the Shore Up to protect our relevant creatures. Yeah. More Pawn Profits. I don't actually mind Thought Shucker in these decks either. Just something to block the early trash. Wow, that is a 7th pick Rabid Gnaw, which maybe means there just weren't many take out the trash opened. I'm going to cut the downdraft then. What is our instant sorcery count? 10 total. That's not even the wheel. This is the 4th Harnesser of Storms we've seen. I don't think we're going to play that. I think I'd rather just take the Runaway together for sideboard. Yeah, wield the other one anyways, but yeah, I think we're going to double up on the Duo instead. Speaking of. Hey, the Haven wield is nuts. That was great. Okay. Not too shabby. I'm sad we only got 1 Pearl of Wisdom, but overall, I'd say this was a pretty good Otter deck. I'm going to need to make at least 2 cuts here. And again, if I want to run the Fountain Port, I'll cut 3 cards. I guess I don't need the Denial. I mean, maybe I cut the Crab after all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems good enough. I can probably cut one of these duos if I wanted to. Or honestly, I'm not huge on the Kindle Spark. Especially with the lack of the card draw that I have. Yeah, I'm going to cut a Kindle Spark. Now I'm deciding if I want to run the port. I think I'm going to go without it. We'll run the Enchanted Haven, or Uncharted Haven. And 16 others. 15 others, rather. 16 land total. Okay, forced otters at work. See if we can convert this into some wins. Let's go off to round 1. Okay, let's try this baby out. Can we do some work on the play? Good start. Yeah. Not a great format to have a slow hand like this, but I think we'll keep it on the play. We don't need a 2-drop with this deck, but we would really like to have something to do on turn 3. Okay, just the most expensive card, no problem. It's a great target for an assault. Alright, this is a good enough curve now. I would have mulliganed that hand if I was on the draw, but being on the play has made this okay. Kill their 2-drop, we get to play a 4-drop. Nice, that's actually really good too. Let's lead off with the duo and get some surveils though. Okay, go double topsy. It's fine. I'm gonna take 4 and they get to scry. I think we're just gonna splash this turn. Since we know we're not drawing a land next turn anyways. Okay. Am I willing to trade Shore Up and Slasher for Slinger? I think I am. Using that here also gives me access to Crab this turn. I think I'm going to let them activate their Rallier on their Guard Mouse, because they might go for a creature here beforehand. Yeah, perfect. Try to give that haste instead. Nice. I'm really good here. Hit him for 8, down to 6. They need to hit a land to play the boar, and if they do, they're not going to attack. Good. Yeah, the interesting play there was using the Shore Up to 2-for-1 myself, but unlock the Crab. So red, green, raccoon beats. Usually bounce effects are pretty good versus the raccoons. Did I see no removal from them? They're going to have removal though, so I'm not sure I want to cut any of the Shore Up. What I might do is actually cut Wildfire Howl. Generally versus red-green, I'd say it's weaker. And either bring in the Downdraft or the Runaway together. I have a little bit of value with Runaway together, but I think we're going to bring in the Downdraft instead. Alright. Good game 1 for us. Let's hope we can continue that. Oh, okay. So this is what I'm talking about, though. This is a good hand, but we're on the draw and we don't start until turn 3. Yeah, we really needed to have one of our Blooming Blasts there, because now I think they might just snowball us. Yeah, look at this. I'm going to assault the Mentor, because that's ramping them, and it's going to turn into a relevant creature eventually. We can downdraft the Slinger. If they miss a land drop this turn, that would be huge. They have a Muera too, my lord. Okay. Yeah, so they have an ideal start here. They have 6 or 7 mana this turn, granted by Muera. Okay. I am not going to block because they have a high stride in hand. Oh, if they just pass, that's alright. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to attack for 3. And then after they draw step, downdraft the Muera. And that way they can't cast it this turn. Now, I might be effectively dead here. If they have Boar, I take 10. But I think this is the right play. Okay, no Boar. Frilly, I go to 6. Ugh. Okay, well, we're pretty dead now. Damn. Yeah, I go to 4. And they still have their damn, high stride in hand. And both of these creatures have menace, too. So they get to untap and kill us. Yep. Yep. Very good draw for the opponent. Oh! Did they forget to attack? Oh, maybe they did it after combat was done? Had they already moved through combat? Maybe they messed up. Oh, I can't beat double menace creature, can I? I guess I can go to Agate Assault that, block. Oh no, we might be able to survive here. I need to attack. I need them to draw a brick. Because if they draw anything, we lose. I think that kills us exactly. No, kill, block. I go to 1. Yes. Actually, do I kill him on the crackback? That kills them. Oh my gosh. Insane. Wow. Absolute absurdity. Oh my lordy, yeah, Valley Flood Caller is a real treat. I mean, I think they obviously messed up a little there. I think I was dead, right? Had they used the high stride at the correct time. Woof. Good beats. Let's go. 1-0. Valley Flood Caller does it again. How about a 0-land hand? Is that good? Okay. I mean, that's Magic, baby. Let's rip some spells. We have some decent card draw effects we could draw. Actually, just the Bellowing Criers would be great. 2-1, loot away a land. They grabbed a second forest, so they must already have their other colors available. Blooming Blast? Ay, ay, ay. And discards the land. They must have drawn some more. Jeez. Oh, there's the blast. Needed that last turn. Still a good draw there, because we can save the Agate Assault for their Beast Binder now instead. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of funny. What's more beatable? What's more unbeatable? How many ways do I have to deal with a 1-3 now left over? There's another Assault, Wildfire Howl. I guess actually I'm just going to pass here. They might play around a counter and just pass. Okay. Hope they don't have like a Polywallop or something. Spellgyre. Well, actually, you know what? Now I go ahead and do this. The Wave Rider was nuts, because now we can Wave Ride their Beastbinder with the Assault and Graveyard. That was very good. They get to turn off my Flood Caller, but that's whatever. I guess the biggest issue right now is that they have so many cards in their hand still. Another duo, okay. Yeah, Wave Rider, Assault the Beastbinder. It's also a incredible draw. Oh, we had a ton of ways to deal with their creature. Huh. A lot more than I thought. We need them to not have removal, though. Which might be a tall order. I mean, they have 5 cards in hand, 4 of them are spells, and maybe 1 land if they drew a land for the turn. They did bin a land there off of the Surveil. That's a good start. No punches, please. I beg of you. Just cast like your Otterball Antics or something. Okay, that's not too bad as well. I am tempted to give them a treasure, but they have so much. So many cards in hand. I think I'm supposed to play out the land. I think. If I draw a Crier, that's a little bit awkward, I guess. But we have a couple of ways to draw extra cards that benefit playing out the land, right? I don't know. We'll see if not dealing 3 to them bites me in the butt. Because I could potentially be threatening lethal next turn. I don't think I'm going to kill that in response. I think we save it for combat on our turn. Ah, man. Needed a spell there. Spell probably would have won. Sick. This is still good for us, of course. But at the end of the day, they still have a lot of cards in their hand. They have a looter to just simply draw a card. I need to draw a Pearl of Wisdom or like a Bell into something. Just don't have enough card draw effects in the deck to chain off on, though. What is 6 mana here? Oh. Sure. Oh, and they get to put a counter on them. Okay. Yep. That was our window, and we bricked on that. Damn. It's 9 lands and 15 cards. That's pretty unfortunate. I mean, remember, I did keep a 5-land hand, so... If they have anything, they have something, you know. I can't beat it anyways. I don't think that was an oops. They could have gone for lethal, but if I have something, they get a little bit wrecked. This is definitely a safer play, and when they're this far ahead and still have 10 life, I don't think that was bad. Needed you earlier. Okay, maybe I do need to be running this Mind Spiral since I am lacking a little bit on the card draw. It doesn't look like shore-ups as necessary versus them. We'll submit this and go to the next game. Alright. Let's just have a good opener, please. I don't want to have any of those bad mulligans. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Have the bell to go grab an island, fortunately. Not a very good hand, but never a mulligan, I'd say. This is a curve out, but it's very lackluster. You know what? I probably should have cut the shucker as well, now that I think about it. This is better versus the more aggressive decks, but not as good versus frogs. Alright, Blooming Blast was nice. Actually have the way to blow up their looter. They had 2 looters, right? I mean, I could go for the more aggressive line of playing out one of my creatures first, the angler first, and trying to get a trigger, but they didn't do anything on turn 3. Alright, duo up. Let's draw like an agate response here, or a saltier, or one of our card draw effects. Not another land. They binned Wolverine and Runaway, so they're looking for a forest. That's a good hit for us. We can wave ride the Blooming Blast on that one. We want to wait until we're casting the Blooming Blast before we activate the duo. Because if they had countered the Wave Rider, we wouldn't have been able to untap here. Oh, do they have another runaway together, maybe? Looks like a second runaway together. Sure. Two runaways together. I mean, I guess they probably have a handful of pawn profits and whatnot. I guess I probably need to kill Mind Whisker instead of the duo. Nice. I guess we want to do it like this, though. Alright, there's their second green. Once again, I'm in a spot where, man, they have so many cards still in their hand that if they just start stabilizing here... Okay, that's not bad. Because they don't have a good block on our Wave Rider this next turn. And that also rebuys a an Otter for Harnesser. So we're going to go Duo plus Harnesser next turn. And the turn after, Tempest Angler will trigger the Harnesser for potentially an extra card. Yeah, that wasn't that bad for us. They do have a lot of card draw in their deck, though. Damn, 6 cards in their hand, and this is a hard decision for them. That is kind of terrifying. Okay, they're attacking, so that means they're just going to take the extra hit. I guess technically I could have harnessered into Duo, and if we hit a land, I would have been able to play it. Oh, I should have done that the other way around. I didn't have a land drop. That was a mistake. It was a free roll on a land. If we hit a spell and can't cast it, so be it, but... Very good odds that we would hit a land, right, and just have an extra land next turn. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, that's good. There's their other looter, too. Did hit the land, by the way. Let's cast the Angler and trigger the Harnesser of Storms first. Oh, so brutal. That is disgusting. Man, that sucks so bad. That Mind Spiral was basically an insta-win. But that's on me, right? Had I led with Harnesser and then played the Duo correctly, I would have actually hit the land and then we would have drawn the Spiral for the win. So far this has been a thrown game. They've outdrawn us by 7 cards. Okay. They can do like Run Away together. Or Pearl of Wisdom for more cards. Yeah, they have a weird... they're not even playing frogs, are they? They're just playing blue-green good cards. They are going to go for the Runaway. So the nice thing is, if they're going to bounce my Duo, I get to re-trigger the Harnesser. That's not even that bad for me. It's a good draw. Technically, I can go for lethal here, but it's too risky. Because they're just dead to the duo next turn anyways. God, this Thought Shucker was so bad. Not sideboarding it out. So what if they Wave Rider the Runaway together again? Okay, if they Wave Ride Runaway on their Pawn Prophet and my duo, they would have 3 blockers. Yeah, so we don't actually need to use our shore up there. Man. I guess I can't attack. They just go block, block, block. And I don't have enough damage. Well, I threw this game. I mean, we're not dead, but it's gone on much longer than it needed to. So I think for game 3, if we win here, we need to bring in Dazzling Lights. That's a bug. I have the Mind Spiral in our deck. Unless I have 2 Mind Spirals, I don't think I drafted 2 of them. What's the play? Alright, there's the Lily Splash. Flickering doesn't do anything currently. Playing spells before attacking. Looter is a must draw. They have 8 cards left in their deck, so it's hard for them to draw too many cards. Alright, that should do her, right? Okay. Let's cut the shucker. Bring in the dial. Actually, we probably want to bring in another duo versus them, too. Yeah, their deck's not fast. It's not like I need these looters. In fact, this might be a good candidate to run the Fountain Port as an extra land as well. Oh wait, Wildfire to Howl is also... Man, I left a lot of cards that are just bad versus them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. I think. Oh man, because if they have a turn 2 looter, I don't have a way to kill it. Like, would I just fold to a turn 2 looter if I kept this? Probably. But then again, I don't have that many ways to kill the looter on turn 2. Never mind. It's just 2 Blooming Blasts. This will be one of those hands, though, that I could flood out. Yep. Alright, no looter, but I've drawn 2 lands in a row. Keeping a 5-lander. Here we are. Good news, they didn't do anything. Wow, they must have kept a really sketchy 6 then. Because I think they took one. Jeez, okay. I'm going to consider ourselves extremely lucky then. Wow, that's going to be fantastic as well. Man, what kind of hand did they keep? Ah, that's not how we wanted to win. First game and second game were good. But hey, 2-0 with Otters, that's better than you can ever ask for. Let's try to get that trophy. Alright, let's see if we can get that 3-0. We'll be on the play here. Okay, not a terrible opener, though not very exciting. We'll see if this Thought Checker will be good versus this opponent. Green, white, so probably not terrible versus them would be my guess. And there's the host. And we're dead. They're going to play like Intrepid Rabbit here or something. Can't win. Okay, I don't mind seeing a 4-mana pass. Double shore up, huh? Paw Patch, make a food, draw a card. Fair enough. Be able to sack that food now and draw another card. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this game. Not with these draws. Take 7. I'm gonna go for a punch now. Yep. So we actually get to double ping them here with the duo. One from the untap trigger and one from the shore up. That's not awful. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn though and see if we can get some more creatures out of them. Well, that's a little more unfortunate. They're like big rabbits. What the hell's going on over there? Yeah, this hand's just not good enough. I can kill 2 of their creatures here. Honestly, I feel like it's better off maybe just conceding instead of giving them any more information, but they clearly have some kind of trick in their hand. Okay. Feather of Flight. Alright, they just need 3 more damage and I'm dead. Doesn't kill me. Hey, Sword of Fire and Ice. Nice. That indeed does finish us off. Because Pro Red and Pro Blue. Protection from my deck, huh? Seems unfortunate. Alright. So big rabbits. We don't need the Thought Shucker. Howl looks bad. Let's bring in the Mind Spiral. Let's bring in another duo. Yeah, I mean, if they have Sword of Fire and Ice, I'm not going to be able to beat it, really, but maybe I bring in a counter over one of the shore-ups as well. Can't mulligan, but it's going to be funny when they have their, like, fast start instead this time. Because we saw, like, all of their top end, it felt like. But this game, they're going to have, like, their Hop Tuits and their Carrot Cakes and stuff, and we're going to wish that we had the Howl again, I'm sure. Okay. Double Anglers, maybe not bad. Especially if the opponent doesn't have anything to do on turn 1 or 2 here. It's fine. Well, there's the host again. Alright, give a man a fish. A feather of flight. Okay, as long as they don't have a high stride, we can kill that with the agate assault. Nice, it's big. Two, four, draw a card. Angler. Bell. Attack for 4. We might as well sack now, because if we draw a land, we'll play it. And then if we draw like a divination, you know. We're not in the worst position. Honestly, even if they go sword and equip, we still might be able to attack into them if we can get our creatures large enough, you know? Main phase moose to play around counter magic. I like it. Right, let's order like this. Now, the awkward thing, again, about giving them a treasure is if they have, like, a, what you call it? Crumb and get it. But the extra 3 damage, I think, is worth it in this scenario. Alright, there's the sword. I don't think... They can't attack here. They have to just equip and pass. Well, I guess... No. Yeah, they have to equip and pass. Excellent. Remember, that's a treasure, not a food. Can the red-blue deck beat the fire and ice? They have something here they can do end of turn, apparently. Okay, they're going to recycle their moose. Hoping that they main phase it again. Carrot cake's good. Alright, so we go... Ping. Infinite triggers. Can put them to 1 here? Ugh, we need to hit anything. Alright. Flash in the moose. They can equip the moose and hit me for 10. Dang it. Man, we just need to hit anything there and we would have won. Any non-creature spell. Alright, so that's 8 damage unblockable and 2 that they can shoot me with. And that has vigilance as well. So I'm going to go down to 7. I guess they probably need to shoot the fish. But maybe they go face. I guess they also have the cake active now. Yeah. I think they might have just pulled it out because we bricked on that Mind Spiral. Wow, brutal. We want them to tap out here of Carrot Cake activation. Alright, so they're going up to 6 after the ping. I can shoot them with Blooming Blast. Is that lethal? Blooming Blast, a blocker. It's not lethal though, right? That puts him to 2. But we would trigger the Harnesser of Storms as well. I mean, I guess this is our only hope. We need to hit something off of this too. Because Splash Slasher tap down 2 doesn't work. They still have 5 blockers. Yeah. Alright. We need to hit off of this Harnesser trigger. That might do it. Oh, wait. The Agate Assault can also blow up the sword. That also saves me. Wait, no. The Booming Blast wins. Phew! Maybe I did my math wrong initially, but nice. Saved! Alright. We were able to beat the freaking Sword of Fire and Ice at least once. Yeah, I kind of forgot. So we have 2 Agate Assaults. Those are our answers to their sword, if they get it. And we did see... I called it! We saw both Hop to It and Carrot Cake this game for our possible Wildfire Howl. I wonder if on the draw I need to bring it back. And cut, like, the counter on the draw. I think that might make sense. Alright. I mean, the counter on the draw is also okay, but I guess we'll just have to see. Our opening hand looks pretty good. A couple of Blooming Blasts here can add quite a bit of damage. It's kind of weird. The Blooming Blasts are almost better later on because you don't necessarily mind giving your opponent the treasure as much, whereas the 3 damage is pretty big, but early on you don't want to give them the treasure, you know? There's the cake. Ooh, we finally found our Flood Caller. I'm gonna get the Harnesser of Storms online first. And then try to start hitting extra lands off of our... off of our Otter plays. Perfect. They're gonna give me a fish and punch the duo, it looks like. Yeah. It's fine. Oh man, we really want to draw our Howl now. Harnesser again. Yeah, okay. Need to make our land drops. I mean, I should probably just kill their flyer soon, too. Wow, okay. Yeah, the Wildfire Howl, like, instantly wins if we can find it. It's kind of sick. I think I just need to kill both their flyers this turn. And now that I've used the Agate Assault, maybe they're going to be more likely to play out the sword if they have it. Just Peerless Recycling. Okay, they only have one. No, so they're going to go double fly. Hit me for 4 in the air. Oh, they're going to hit me for infinite in the air. I got a 3, and then I'm dead next turn? Jesus, are you serious? This is how we lose? So I need to kill the duo with the assault, and then hit... What can I hit for 2 mana? Rabid Gnaw. Or I could draw my Wildfire Howl at this point. Okay, there's the Rabid Gnaw. So not technically dead yet. They can hit me to 1 on board. Do they have their other duo again? That finishes it. Man. Guess I got punished for... I could have killed their first Feather of Flighted creature a little bit earlier, but I'm not sure we would have been able to beat that. The Peerless Recycling for the double Feather was brutal. Ah, well. Good beats. That was a good showing for the Otters. If we had ripped the Wildfire Howl, we would have gotten there. But we did hit the Rabid Gnaw, so that was a little bit lucky, of course. Oh, that would have been such a good game for Flood Caller, too. Was there ever a point I could flash in the Flood Caller and then go for instant speed Agate? I don't think so. I think we were too far behind at that point, but... Good beats, good showing. As always, friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.